Here we go. It's all about you. It's all about me. It's all about what we do. Making art, you and me. Trying to find something to believe. Because I'm running wild, I'm running free. Still got a lot of shit left to see.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Britannia here, and I want to talk about Encanto today with you guys. Just a quick touch up. Like, I understand it's been a couple of months since I've made a video, but your girl is really busy. I don't know if all of you know that I've noticed that I've gotten a few more subscribers while I haven't been active on YouTube. So just to address you new guys here too, I'm currently in law school right now here in the UK. So honestly, when I go off for like months at a time, sometimes just because I'm really busy with law school, and the way exams work here in the UK is just like you don't really have a Christmas break. You have assignments over the Christmas break and you come back to exams after the Christmas break, rather than you have exams and assignments and then go on break. So like this time it's just like been really busy for me, and I've been like applying for a lot of internships and stuff like that. I got an internship for this summer, so hopefully that means I won't be so busy trying to apply for other things, and I'll have time to make more videos. I'm also thinking of maybe uploading more law school videos here on my YouTube page, so that, you know, my page is not like only just about movies and TV shows and fashion about movies and TV shows, so that maybe I have a bit more content for you guys. So if that's something you're interested in, like me talking about how studying law here in the UK as an undergrad is, feel free to ask me. I'm actually graduating from my undergrad this summer, like this year. I'm going to be moving on and doing my post-grad, and I'm going to be going down the barrister route, which means I'm going to be studying the bar practice course, or the barification course. It's called a bunch of other things. So if you're really interested in that, let me know, and I think I'll make more videos about that and like me applying for stuff and maybe tips about study and applications. But today we're here to talk about Encanto. So what we're going to talk about today is a very popular theory that I've seen all over TikTok and all over the reels about Encanto, and it's about how Mirabel actually does have powers. So as we know, as everyone has watched the movie starts off saying with how everyone in Mirabel's family has magic but her. She doesn't have a gift. And a lot of the theories have been running around that Mirabel actually does have a gift, and that gift is that she is the new Encanto, or she's the new abuela who doesn't have any magic or any gifts and kind of like watches over the candle. She watches over the Encanto, the charm, the magic. And I just want to say that I do believe as well that Mirabel does have a gift, and her gift is connected to the Encanto, and I'm going to break down what exactly I mean by that. And you guys can comment down below if you believe in this theory, whether or not you have different theories that you believe in. But for this one, I'm going to provide some evidence to why I think the Encanto theory is right, and what exactly I think the Encanto entails when it comes to Mirabel having an Encanto gift. So let's get into it. So to explain exactly what I mean and then provide proof about how I see the theory working. So we all know that when Abuelo Pedro dies, like Abuela was gifted with the candle, with the Encanto, and then the Encanto gave everybody else their powers, but they never necessarily gave Abuela any magic or gift or like special powers that was matching her individuality, right? And then with Mirabel as well, Mirabel is not gifted with any particular powers or a gift. However, what I mean about Mirabel being actually gifted with the Encanto is that I think Mirabel is now connected with the Encanto, but not in the same way Abuela is. So here's something I want to point out to you. When Abuela is first gifted with the Encanto is when, obviously it's when Abuelo Pedro dies, like I just said, right? So she is gifted with the Encanto because of the pain that she's experienced from the death of her lover, of her father of her children, the love of her life, you know, her husband. And the Encanto gives her the gift in order for her to protect herself, protect her family. So in a way, the Encanto has originally been fueled by Abuela's pain in order to give her a new way to build the foundation for her family, right? To build her casita, give everyone magic gifts so that they can help build around the community and stuff like that, right? So the Encanto has originally been fueled by Abuela's pain over losing Abuelo Pedro. We've never really seen that when Abuela experiences anything else like love for her family or further pain or anything like that, that the Encanto really changes. Like we've never seen or we've never learned that the Encanto has like gotten brighter or started to dim, or that the casita has ever had cracks before when Abuela's mood is affected. Like I said, it was originally fueled by her pain, and I think that pain and trauma has always carried on with her for the most part of her life after Abuelo Pedro has died. And like I think you can see that obviously in the way that she's treated some of her family members, like Bruno, like the way she's treated Mirabel. But like she also has shown her love and affection for her children in other ways as well. Like Abuela is not like a terrible person all around. She doesn't only work based on pain. So we don't really see the candle or the Encanto shift at all with her mood or with her experiences or with her trauma at all, right? But it has originally been fueled by her pain. But with Mirabel, we see that the cracks start to appear in Casita when her pain has reached a boiling point, right? We see that the candle gets brighter or dims lower when she goes through different things, when she's experiencing pain or when she's experiencing a height of familial love from some of her family members, like with Isabella, you know, stuff like that. Like we're seeing like the Encanto, we're seeing the candle shift up and down with Mirabel and what she's experiencing, what she's emotionally going through and stuff like that. And like one aspect of the whole Mirabel is the Encanto theory is that when Mirabel goes up to the door to touch the candle and receive her magical gift, we see that she rubs her hands on her dress and then she goes to touch the door and the door disappears. A lot of people have theorized that her like rubbing her hands on herself versus we're seeing that Antonio directly touches his doorknob when he's gifted with his powers. A lot of people are theorizing saying that that means that she probably brushed the magic off of herself, and I think that is right, and that adds up with the Mirabel Encanto theory. And I think that's why Mirabel has absorbed the Encanto magic and she has kind of become the embodiment of the Encanto, which is sort of different from Abuela, because Abuela was kind of like the protector of the Encanto that she originally started. Like she originally kind of created the Encanto, and from that day forward, she kind of protected the Encanto, but wasn't necessarily connected with it. And I think Mirabel, on the other hand, her gift has become that she is now connected to the Encanto. So now there is some kind of spiritual or emotional attachment that her and the Encanto shares. And that's why when we see the cracks first start with the Encanto, it's when she has experienced this heightened amount of pain that has boiled over, this heightened amount of sadness, I wouldn't want to maybe say depression because I'm not really sure. I can't really clinically diagnose a Disney character that deeply, but we're seeing this like this boiling of pain, this great sadness from Mirabel because of the way she feels like she's kind of outcasted from the family, the way she feels like there's a double standard in her treatment of her from Abuela, and just like in general she just feels like she's kind of like this useless member of the family that is not particularly wanted around by anyone except for maybe her mom and her dad, right? And I think the key difference with that is when the Encanto was created with Abuela, it was based off of her traumatic pain and loss. But now it is connected to Mirabel. So now when she is in pain, it is dimming. So now the Encanto has lost its original source of fueling, right? Like I said, which was Abuela's pain and purpose to rebuild the family and her community, which she lost when she lost Abuelo Pedro and everything else, like her home and all that other stuff, right? But now that the Encanto is connected to Mirabel, it is connected to her as a person. So pain is no longer fueling the candle, but dimming it out because of the attachment it has with Mirabel. And that's why the first time we see the crack is when Mirabel is in pain. And then whenever we see it brighten, it's when Mirabel is no longer feeling as pained or traumatized because she started to begin to understand her family, and now she's beginning to understand why she has in a way been outcasted and actually have understood that they too are feeling pain, like it's not just her. So I think that is one of the key reasons why it proves that Mirabel is actually connected to the candle and that Encanto is her gift rather than she's the new Abuela. I don't think she's just the protector of the candle, but now she's the new embodiment of the candle existing. And I think that's also why we see when Mirabel is now really connected with her family. She feels love with her family. Her like emotional state of being is at a new high. She's satisfied. She's felt, you know, she feels like she has a purpose, like everything is going well with her mental state and her emotional being. And that's why when she touches the doorknob on the casita, that it comes back to life, because now she's just transferred some of that magical energy back into casita that it lost when she experienced that heightened sense of pain when she had that conflict with Abuela. And I think that's why the Encanto Mirabel theory is right, and that is my evidence. If you disagree with me, tell me why in the comments and we can argue it out. Like, I really love talking about film and TV show theories with people, so I'm quite happy to like talk about it with you guys in the comments. Obviously, as long as you say it in a respectful way, no bad words, no name calling, let's just debate. Like, I love to be debating people, so leave it down in the comments, and thank you for watching this video on Encanto. Bye!
Here we go, it's all about you, it's all about me, it's all about what we do. Making art, you and me, trying to find something to believe. Because I'm running wild, I ain't running free. Still got a lot of shit left to see.